Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. Today I am reshooting a video that I just shot. My camera died halfway through the video. So today I am going to talk about American locks again. In my last video I talked about how to take the shackle out. Basically, once you have it unlocked, you pull the core out and you push the shackle down and you get the actuator out. Once the actuator is out, the bearings can come into the middle and the spring will just come, or the shackle will just spring right out. So to get it back together, you put the shackle in, and then it's best to have a little bit of grease on those bearings. You drop those bearings back in, you push them off to each side while the shackle's being held completely in. And then you can put the actuator in, and once you have the actuator in, the bearings can't come back into the middle and it'll hold the shackle closed. And then you can use a follower like this or like this. It has half of the back off of it. That half of it being off allows you to put it in and twist the actuator, which pops the shackle. And once the shackle is popped, the actuator won't come back out. I have an Abus. It is terrible. If you put the shackle in, the actuator falls out. You actually have to hold the shackle in there and keep it from coming out, because it wants to come out when you close the shackle. So you got to be really careful with that. I know some of those locks you have to be careful with like that. And then it's a pain to get the bearings back in that Abus. I just need to put a little bit of grease on those bearings, and then that grease will allow it to be kind of tacky and hold to the body so they don't come sliding into the middle. Grease makes a big difference. So I'm going to set this aside for just a second and I'll talk about that in a moment. So the reason I'm making this video is to talk about the Series 30, and I have picked these. Like I said, I picked it and then I have to redo it. So that one's already set. So the Series 30 and the Series 40 are very similar to the 1100. The Series 40 is brass. If you go to American Lock site, this is actually a 42A because it has a long shackle, and then they have the 41 and different ones. So they have different length shackles and different features, I guess. But the Series 40 is riveted in just like the Series 30. So I was talking to somebody. I was talking to BB Telpix actually, and helping him get one of these guttable. And the way I did it is, at first, is I drilled it. I was able to cut along the rivet, hold it with a screwdriver, and then drill it. Well, on this one, I was having trouble getting it kept spinning on me, so I couldn't get a good line across it. So I went out in the garage and I found this punch, and I don't know why they label punches like this. But it's 11 3/4, and then a hyphen 1/32. This is definitely not 11 3/4. If you know punches, you can tell me why they mark it with 11 3/4. But it's a 1/32, and it fits in here, and it will go through the body without getting jammed. It's not, it's narrow enough that it does a good job punching it. So what I did is I just set it so the rivet part was hanging off the edge of a surface. Put the punch in, took a hammer, gave it a little tappy 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 tap, tappy 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 tap, tapped it home, and then the rivet came out. And now all I had to do was get a retaining screw and a security nut. So this is the kit that I got from MrLock.com. I paid like $25 for the repinning kit, and it's got some instructions on it. It tells you what all's in here. So it has all the bottom pins, and they work for Master Lock or American. It's just they're numbered different. It's either 0 to 7 or it's 1 to 8, depending on which one you're using. But it comes with some extra springs, a retaining screw, the security nut, and some top pins. Now this kit, the top pins are just serrated pins, no spools. But MrLock.com does have the spools as well, and they are the American spools with the serration on them. So I got this kit, and I was able to get the rivet out of both of these, and then use the security nut to get them back. Now this one says SRP on it. It was out on my box outside on my house. They put it on there and they gave me the key, and I was like, don't you keep a key? And they said no, it should just have a lock, so we think it should be locked, and rather than the people never getting a lock, we just supply a lock for it. So I took one of my 1100s, put it on there, and I brought a Series 30 in the house because I don't have a Series 30, and now I do. So this is the only good thing I've gotten from SRP, our local power company. Now I live in Arizona, and SRP raised their rates for solar people with solar, so it makes it not really you can get ahead, but not by much, because they really hose people that have solar. They charge them a lot of money. So yeah, Arizona should lead the country in homes with solar, but SRP is a state-run utility, and they raised their rates because they were losing revenue because too many people were going to solar, so they started punishing people with solar. So hopefully somebody comes into the state government and turns that around, and yeah, it's kind of shady. For yeah, I don't want to talk politics, anything like that, but that kind of makes me mad. So let's try to pick this since we have it. I'm not going to gut them or anything. I'm just going to open them up. So there's 1, 2, nothing on 3, 4, 5. Come back out to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Come clicks it on 5. This. Okay. Took this one off today, and I was actually playing with it when I was picking my other locks. I don't normally pick this one either. I usually just pick the 1100s in the different cores I have in the 1100s. So let's see here. There's 1. Gotta click on 2, 3. Now we're into a false set. So let's see, 5, and we're open. Okay, that's better. All right, and now let's go to the Series 40, the brass one. So I have picked it. I was actually, I got it picked, and then at the end of my previous video, I was doing an outro and my camera died. And I don't like to edit, so I'm reshooting. Okay, so there's 1, 2, nothing on 3, 4, 5. And then 4, back to the front, 2, 3, 4, and we're open. All right, so I was going to change the shackle out on this one, but I thought, well, the Series 30, there's only one Series 30 on the American Lock website, and that's the style lock with the short shackle. So I was like, oh, I'll keep the short shackle for this one. This one, when I got it, had the long shackle. Yeah, I kept that as well. So I only have 1 long and 1 short shackle. The rest of them, I have the medium shackles. I like this medium shackle better. But I figured I'd keep these somewhat intact other than the rivet. So that's it. That is the Series 30. And the Series 40. I really like this brass. That's really nice. I wouldn't mind having a couple more brass body Americans. Those are really nice. I wish the 1100 was in brass. That'd be beautiful. But yeah, that's all I got. Again, this comes from MrLock.com, and you can get the other security pins for 25 bucks. I thought it was a really good deal. When I thought all I was gonna do was American locks, and then I started moving past that. So. But still, it's a good kit to have, even though I don't repin American locks as much as I thought I was going to. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Aloha.